Hello guys, in this video I will try just to explain this idea of performance. I have made other videos, but still a lot of beginners they have an illusion about performance. Okay, they don't understand the real thing of what you call performance, or what you call return on investment. Now, they think that this is automatic. For example, let's say you buy stock at $10 and it goes to $12 in a few days. So this is 20% return on investment. Now, because he is a beginner, what does he think? He thinks that he can make in every trade, and he begins to calculate how much he make in a year. Okay? And they say, I make 20% this trade, next trade I will have more money, so I will have 20% more, 20% more, and then he begins to calculate, and he sees that he will have too much money at the end of the year. Okay? And there are some people online who tells you can do it. Okay? You can do it, and you can just start with 1,000, 2,000. Okay? And by the end of the year you become millionaire. Okay? Now when they go, they try, 100% they fail. Why they fail? Because the first thing they don't understand is this return on investment. It is so hard to keep the same performance because there are a lot of factors. The market and you and the stocks, it's not the same. It's like when you trading is the same as when you are investing. Some years the stock market goes so high because a lot of mutual fund buys stocks. Sometimes there is a crash in the market and all investors they lose money. Now traders, it's not the same. They can make more money that year when they short the stock or they short the market. So for me, why I am trying to explain to you this, in order not to be disillusioned, it means to have illusions, to begin to make dreams, to make what we call profit targets. Oh, this year I have 10,000. By the end of the year I should make 100,000. Because you don't understand what you are saying. Okay? And you don't want to listen to people who try to give you the real thing about the market. When you begin to trade, you will know the hard way. Do you know what does it mean, the hard way? You make 20% here, but if you don't know how to trade, next time you can lose 50% in next trade because you don't know. You don't know how to trade. You don't know what's important to do. You don't know how to pick your stocks. You don't know how to put stop loss. You don't know how to follow a trend. You don't know money management. You don't know risk management. All this stuff you don't know. So sometimes you make money. Sometimes you lose money. Sometimes you make money. And this, by the end of the year, you will find either you break even or you have a little profit, 1% or 2 or 5, or you lose a big chunk of your money. And then you understand that your ideas about the market are false. Okay? And performance, and when you begin to trade and you make a trade and you make a 10%, 20%, 100%, 200%, whatever performance in one trade. In one trade, it is not the whole year trading. Okay? So you should wait at least 1 year and see yourself. Are you making that much money that you think you can make? And in general, why almost all the beginners they lose money? Okay? It's because of these false ideas that are in their heads. That's why they lose money. Professional trader is always looking for the downside when the market is against him. He's always protecting himself when the market is not going his way. That's why we say the trend is your friend if you are right. But suppose that you are wrong. A stock you buy today, stock at $10, tomorrow is 9. What does it mean? The market is against you and he's taking money from you. If you don't do something, he will take more and more and more. And then when you have what we call a big loss, when we have big losses in the year, like 4 or 5 or 6, believe me, you will have no money to trade at the end of the year. That's what almost happened to the beginners. That's why what I'm explaining is just to give you a real idea about trading. I'm not selling you a dream here. I don't say you, oh, I can put good titles to my videos. They say how you make million in one year, how to be famous, how to do. I don't know. I can't. I am too honest to do this kind of things. Okay. So what I'm explaining to you is the real life of a trader, a professional trader. Okay. You will make good trades. You will make some losses, but it should be small losses. This is how a professional trader is different from a beginner. Okay, so this idea of performance, try to understand that you can't control the market to give you money. And you say, my goal today, my goal next year, I have 10,000. My goal is to make 30,000, 50,000, 60,000. This is a beginner idea because it's not up to you to make all that huge profits. Who is making 500, 100%, 200%, 500% in a year? Who? It's exceptionally when someone is right, and in some stocks. For example, let's say you buy a stock, it was $10, and you buy only this stock, so you get lucky, and from 10 it goes to 60 or 70 dollars. So what you should do, this is what you call luck. It's not real trading. Okay? It's not real trading, it's just luck. Because the other year, you take all your money, you put it in another stock, and you will have a big loss. And you will lose almost all your money. That's why this is what you call a beginner. Okay? So you think that if you can make it once, you can make it twice, many times, and you just harvest the market. This is not true. Beginners, professional traders, they don't harvest the market. They use probabilities, and each time they make more money and few losses, little losses. That's why they can make money. So hope this video explains the performance. The performance is not seen on one trade. It should be seen like in 1 year, at least 1 year. At least you see how you are doing. It's not just you trade one time or 2 times or 3 times in a month and you begin to calculate your profit. This is false idea. And if you continue like this, you will lose a lot of money. Okay? So hope this video explains in details what is performance, and hope with better skills, when you know how to trade, you will have more performance than last year, than the other year, than the other, and then you can make more money. And this is what is the goal of a professional trader, is to make always more money. But he doesn't say, oh, next year I will make 100%, 200%, 500%. This is like, it's ridiculous. Okay, you can't make it like this, because the market is not it's not with a wishful thinking, or you hope, or you put a plan, a target plan, or you put a dream and the market will fulfill your dream. The market is not fulfilling anyone's dream. If you know how to trade, you can make money. You don't know how much you make. Sometimes I buy stock like 10 or 20. Let's say I buy a stock with 20. Now when it goes up, I don't know where it goes. It can go to 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 until the trend finishes. This is trading. Now when someone told me, okay, I buy 20 in tomorrow 21, I will sell. I have made a profit. This is not called a profit. This is, you are leaving money on the table, and other people will do the trade, and they will make too much money, and you don't make that much money. Okay? So hope this video explains something. Please comment, thumb it up, or subscribe if you don't, and good night.